Hello and welcome to another video. I know it's been a while, but yes, unforeseen health circumstances, won't go too much in it. Today's video is, I want to address an old question. Well, not really an old question, it still gets asked quite a bit. And that is whether ECC memory works on a normal computer. Now, unfortunately, I've only got a DDR3 ECC memory here. And so we've got a DDR3 system here. Now, before we test the ECC system memory on this computer, we need to understand the different types of memory we get. Now, your first normal standard type that you get in your normal computers or your gaming computers is DDR3 or 4 non-ECC unbuffered memory, as it's called. That's what you'll find in your normal typical system. Then you got ECC memory. This specific one is what they call DDR3 or DDR4 ECC unbuffered memory. So then we got a third one. This is DDR3 registered or buffered ECC memory. Now, between all three of these, so you got your standard memory, you got your ECC unbuffered, and got your registered or buffered ECC memory. These are mostly found in servers, and they are the cheapest of all three of these, depending on which country you live in. Now, the ECC unbuffered, for some reason, especially in a country where I am, might be different where you are more expensive than this, than your standard DDR3 memory. I can't explain why, but that it is. But there's also one thing to understand when it comes to these three types of memories, is that each one of them comes in a DDR3, what's called plain DDR3, or DDR3L, which means low voltage. There's actually, the only difference between them is the running voltage on them. And on servers, it makes a bigger difference because of the voltage that's applied per channel. I won't go into more on that, but on a normal desktop like this, unless you're very power consumption awareness, then it doesn't matter. Now, all right, got a system. I guess I should power on. Now, what I've got in at the moment, let's just take out what I've got in a moment. All right, now, before I carry on here, there's something else that you also should understand on computers when it comes to ECC memory. Now, number one is to run ECC with ECC support. Both CPU and motherboard chipset need to support ECC. At this moment, I've got a Celeron CPU in here, which actually does support ECC. But I've got a normal I think this is H87 chipset, which is your LGA 1150. I think this is H87 chipset on here, which does not support ECC memory. Now, I can already tell you which ones of these work and which ones don't work because I've actually tested this. But for the sake of this video, we're going to just run the test again. So I'm starting off with a normal, I don't know if the camera will pick it up from this far. So it's a normal plain DDR3 non-ECC unbuffered memory. So first memory stick goes in. I can't remember which one is channel 1 on this one. I don't think I've got a hard drive in there. I do, okay. So plugged in, Oh, I forgot to plug it in. All right, monitor's on. Let's see the power button. I don't think you'll be able to see if the monitor goes on or not. Okay, and we've got display. Can you see? That's my big fat head in the way. Oh, there we go. I can move. You can see the Dell logo behind me on the monitor. So we've got boot. That's your normal memory. That's what we expect. Okay, it's going to take a long time to load Windows because we don't have any SSD in here. All right, let's shut it down. Take out our normal memory. That's a normal memory out. Next one we've got is our DDR3 ECC Unbuffered memory. So we'll put this one in. Let's hit the startup button. Obviously, you know, we're going to have memory training, so let's have a look behind us on the screen there. And we've got the Dell logo. Perfect. No beeps, nothing, so we know it works. Loading Windows. Okay, let's shut it down. Go to our third one. And our third one is our DDR3 Registered Buffered ECC Memory. Let's put it in. And I think this one is also dual ranked. Got the click there. And 1, 2, 3. Any display? Did I put a system speaker on here? Didn't put a system. I thought I had a system speaker. And nothing. No boot. Nothing. Unfortunately, I don't have a system speaker in here, so you guys can hear the error beeps. But it's going to tell us there's a problem with memory. So, yes, nothing. All right, no surprise there. I could have told you that the registered buffered memory will not work. This will not work in a normal system. It will only work in Dell servers or what they call C206 or C202s. That's your server grade chipsets. This will only work on those chipsets where the actual chipset and the CPU itself has got ECC enabled with registered buffered memory. Now, we did see that the ECC unbuffered memory did work, but even though it worked, doesn't mean we do have ECC. It will work, but ECC is disabled because the chipset and the CPU both must support ECC. ECC unbuffered, that is. Anyway, that was just a short video to show a little clip of it's always been around. I've wanted to test it myself for a long time as well. I didn't always have time to test it until I got my hands on quite a bit of memory here. And I've built my own server. I don't think you guys you won't see it. It's stuck under the table here, which runs my NAS, my network for my house. It runs my PF-Scenes and everything. All right, what memory do? Let me just put back what I've got in here. So I'm going to put back what I had in here, which was PC3 ECC Unbuffered memory. I'll put it there. This is what I had in the system. And let's power it on. Right, when this is loading, I should have had SSD in here and make it faster. Alright, there we go. Back into Windows. Let me move so you guys can see a little bit there. So the conclusion, ECC Unbuffered Memory works. Like I said, ECC Unbuffered Memory will work. Now, ECC Unbuffered Memory is a memory that's got an E behind the speed rating, which is like your 12800E, your 10600E, your 19400, is it 19400E? Those ones. The E stands for your ECC Unbuffered. The ones that says like 10600R, stay away from those unless you've got a Xeon CPU with either an X79 or X99 C chipset, C or C602s or what was that one, C600s, I don't know all the chipsets. Those are for your registered memory. That's mostly made for your Dell servers or your HP servers, for Fujitsu servers and all that. So unless you've got a server, then you get the 10600Rs for your server. But on normal desktops here, like I showed you, the 10600Es, the ECC Unbuffered Memory works fine. If they are cheaper than the normal memory in where you are, your country, then it makes sense to buy it compared to the normal one. But here in the UK, they are not cheaper than your normal memory, so it makes no sense unless you get a deal like I've got, which, yes. Anyway, thank you for watching. Please like or dislike this video. Oh, I took dislike away. Can you believe? Leave a comment below on your experience. And until next time, thank you. Bye.